So in this video, I want to show you how to mobilize a stiff first rib. Now obviously, so in this video, I want to show you how to mobilize a stiff first rib with a lacrosse ball or a tennis ball, depending on what you feel is the best thing for you. Now to find that first rib, we know the first rib is basically the junction between your neck and your shoulder. So we want to take the ball and place it in that area. Now, the best way to find this is if you find the bump at the base of your neck. Obviously, just below that, the next bump down is the start of your upper back. It's where that first rib will connect into. So I'm going to take the ball, put it on the big bump to begin with, move it down a bump, and then literally off to the side from that. What we want to get you to do is we want to get you to lie down on the ball. Now, you can do this standing up against a wall. Choose the position that feels best for you. We want to lie down onto the ball. Now, depending on the person, you might need to lift your hips up off the ground just to angle back onto the rib a little bit more. So if you come out a little bit wider, you should be able to find there's a genuine spot or two that feels really tight, really tender. Now, we want to get you to do two things here. You can either stay here and let the ball press in. We're not rolling around as an exercise. We want to be very specific here. We want the ball to be on a specific area. So you can either stay here with some pressure on the ball. Again, lift your hips up if you can. Don't do it if it's too tender. But for me, if I lift my hips up here, I'm getting some really good pressure onto that joint. And what we want to add to this to make sure that it frees up really quickly is we can straighten your arm out and move into a shoulder flex position. And what you should find here is that with your elbows straight, you might start a certain degree away from the ground. But then the more you do this, you should feel like your hand eventually starts to get down lower and lower and lower as you're mobilizing that first rib. So what we're doing here is we're using the ball to compress and put pressure on that rib, and then we're using motion from your arm to shear that tissue free so that you can improve your range of motion through that area. So again, choose the ball, choose a surface and a position that works best for you, then make sure that you're gentle at the same time.